Hello, beautifuls. Thank you for joining me today. I was recently asked a question that I get asked a lot, so I thought I would address it here. Seems like an appropriate venue. And the question was, if you are a spiritual guide, a spiritual coach, why is it that you focus so much on body work? And to this particular person, it seemed like the two were in conflict with each other. And when we look at society, that actually is a prominent belief that has been perpetuated through many religious organizations, right? If we focus on the body, then we're not spiritual. And when we are in complete alignment, that is when we are going to have the ultimate experiences, right? That's when we're stepping into the spiritual experiences of things. And that involves very much our body. And one of the reasons that body work is so important is because in our interaction with multidimensionality and with the spiritual realm, much of the information we receive when we are here as humans on the earth, we receive through our body. We receive subtle signals and sensations, and if we are not in tune with our body, we're going to miss those. I'm just going to turn this because the sun is being crazy. There we go. Thank you. And another reason is if we are not comfortable and safe and secure within our physical body, how on earth are we going to feel safe and comfortable when we're doing work in other dimensions? Right? And that feeling safe and comfortable in our body does not mean that if we're thinking, oh, that means I gotta look like The Rock or I gotta look like Cindy Crawford. Oh my goodness, I just dated myself. I don't even know what the mainstream model is of this time. I don't follow that. Sorry. But it's not about the external. It's about being comfortable with this beautiful vessel we've been given and finding peace and safety within. Because if we have that and we feel grounded and solid within ourselves, when we are doing work in other dimensions and in the realms of the universe and spirit, we're going to have that connection, that sense of safety. And without it, those experiences can be terrifying. I will share a personal experience with you. For many of you who've been following me for some time, you know that I had quite a traumatic early part of my life. And that resulted in me being very, very disconnected from my body. So much so I didn't even really know I had a body. I was having an experience, but it wasn't a physical experience. It was a mental experience. And there was an awakening happening within. And so I did what the intellect does, is I started studying. I started delving into information, and I realized, oh, there are these energy centers. You can call them chakras, you can call them meridians, whatever term you want, that are from the heart up, that open up to these multi-dimensions. And in my family, there are several people who access these dimensions regularly, and that hadn't been my experience as an adult, and I wanted it. So I was doing all the things. And those dimensions started to open. It was a remembering from when I was young, because I had these gifts and abilities when I was young. But because of the trauma, they got put away. So these abilities started to open, and I was having experiences. I was engaging with multidimensional beings. And I'm not going to lie, it was something I thought I wanted, and it terrified me. And I didn't feel safe within my own being. What made me think I was going to feel safe when I was somewhere else? Right? And that's why that is so important, that grounding, that tethering. In addition, right? Some people also think that going to those realms are going to give them that sense of safety and that sense of power. But the truth is if we ignore the lower energy centers, chakras, again, whatever you want to call them, for example, the root, the bottom energy, or the first energy chakra center, if we don't have that healthy, whole, balanced, we're not going to feel safe within ourselves. We're not going to feel grounded and tethered to our terrestrial experience. And we need that sense of safety while we are navigating the multi-dimensions. And our solar plexus especially, that is our storehouse of power, our will. And if that is out of balance and weak and we are not feeling safe within ourselves, and we go to the other dimensions to find that, we're going to have a bumpy experience. And chances are, those experiences that we have, we won't necessarily be anchored into using them for benevolent experiences, because we'll be wanting them to make us feel safe and secure and to increase our power. So the more connected that we can get with our body and our energy centers, the more deeply we can sink into our multidimensional experiences. And the more that I was able to find my safety, again, those centers were able to open, because I got so scared that I lost all connection with my guides, with my ability to see spirits, channel messages, see visions. I was so scared of it that I had blocked it and pushed it away. And once I started doing the work and feeling safe, they started to open again. And for some people out there watching, you might really be wanting these centers to open, right? And you've been asking for it and it's not happening. And the thing is, the universe is so benevolent. It only gives to us what we can grow from, right? What makes us stronger, what makes us more in alignment with our soul. And so if you're not receiving that, it means you're not ready, right? And that it probably would be too extreme of an experience for you. And so there's other work that needs to be done first. And I help people with all levels of their work, you know, getting anchored in the body. And once they've done that, to actually access the other realms and dimensions. This is such important work. And you might wonder, well, if you weren't connected to your body, how come you were having those experiences? Well, again, that was for my benevolence. It scared me. Oh, it scared me enough that I started doing the work. Instead of trying to escape to multi-dimensions, I realized I had to go within first. And then I could enjoy the other dimensions. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I absolutely love it. The link is also below if you would like to do work together or have a in-depth conversation with me. And until we speak again, please be well.